right, so top 10 summer movies
Ooh.
2025. How you feel? Summer's finally here.
Yeah, summer is what days away. Kicking it off. May 2nd? Jeez, we're almost in May.
I know. Ugh.
Where did it go?
Same way February went. Who knows?
I don't even remember February, and my birthday's in
Exactly.
February. And
Exactly.
it's not a lack of remembrance from a good time. I just literally don't remember. I think I was in Florida.
Were you in Florida?
I think I went to Florida for that weekend in February or the weekend. I don't know, sometime in February. Dang, was it already that long ago? Doesn't matter.
What did I do? I was quitting my job and starting a new one.
There you go. Oh, it's always a good
Best way
time to
to do it.
remember.
So yeah, we're gonna be going over our top 10 summer movies, even though there's
Yep.
only like 15 of them coming out this
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah. It was a small task to narrow it down to 10. I mean, I think I initially went from 15 to 12, and then I got it down to 10. I think I might have a couple of surprises, maybe some hot
Same.
takes. I don't know. Depends on what people think.
Well, let's jump right into it and see
All
what we
right.
got.
Do you
So
want
I'm
to
gonna
kick
go
it
ahead
off,
and
or you?
I I, I would love to, sir. I
Oh,
would love to.
after
So
you then.
thank you, thank you. So I went ahead and did my 10 as far as anticipation. So I don't want to say least anticipated, but I mean still anticipated for it, but just not as much as number one. So starting off with me, number 10 is going to be 28 Years Later. That one I am looking forward to, just based off of, I mean, I love the other ones. And then the trailer. The trailer was really good. Perfect teaser, the music, the repeating of that thing. I forgot what it was. I had read somewhere that it has something to do with I think it was Navy training or something that they used to do back in the day, and that's what they would play to them like over and over and over ad nauseum. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it. See what happens. Hopefully, it's good. I mean, it's Danny Boyle, so Danny we
I mean,
trust.
you can't go wrong with Danny Boyle.
So, what about
Um,
you? What do you have for
yeah,
your
I
number
haven't
10?
seen the trailer for 28 Years Later. I'm in the midst of a rewatch. That movie is not, spoiler alert, on my top 10. It's because it's been so long since I've seen the originals. So I am in the midst of rewatching 28 Days Later. I'm going to do 28 Weeks Later. And then I think if, once I mean, it might jump up, right, in my top 10 list. Who knows?
Yeah, it's
Um,
still early,
I mean,
beginning of summer.
yeah, still going to watch it because, I try to watch everything. But yeah, so number 10 coming in for me is Jurassic World Rebirth. Kind of a little shocker, it kind of being low. I know, I think Rotten Tomatoes has this as number one for everybody's most anticipated. I mean, look, Jurassic Park, all time classic, right? Like chef's kiss perfection almost. The
Agreed.
movies since then. I mean, I will still stand by Lost World. I like Lost World. It's a very entertaining film, and I will take every dose of Jeff Goldblum I can get. Jurassic Park 3, eh. Um,
Oh, come on, Alan.
um, Jurassic World. I think it was a good nostalgic kind of like reboot, resurge, as you can say, because I think 2015 was filled with that, and Star Wars
Yeah,
coming back. I think it was a nice injection. I thought it was good, not great. I don't know if I'd say it was better than maybe Lost World. I mean, if somebody said they liked it more than Lost World, I'm not going to debate it with you. It's your opinion. To me, it kind of slots right under it. Fallen Kingdom, good concepts, kind of poorly executed, and then Dominion, eh. It was great in IMAX. I'll say that it was great in IMAX. Just in terms of the, how it was shot, cinematography wise. So I mean, look, I'm obviously I'm going to see this movie probably in theaters. I mean, this is one of those blockbusters. Probably will see it in IMAX. Give me more Mahershala Ali in anything, Marvel.
yeah.
Um,
Blade.
which I heard got, I think either canceled or indefinitely on hold. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so I mean, I am anticipating this movie. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna watch it regardless. It don't matter. But it's gonna slot in at number 10. Doesn't mean I'm not looking forward to it. I'm still gonna watch it. It's gonna be great. It's hopefully gonna be good. We'll see. That's my number 10.
Gotcha. So moving on, my number 9 is gonna be Eddington. I'm
Mm-hmm.
actually looking forward to this one. It's
Okay.
Ari Aster, so
I
can't
know
go
you
wrong with
love him.
Ari.
I know you
Yeah, I
love
mean,
him.
I loved Hereditary. Midsommar was pretty good. I actually really enjoyed Beau is Afraid compared to everyone else who hated the movie. But I don't know. I will say the trailer didn't hook me immediately. But like I said, it's Ari Aster, so I trust in what he does, especially like he's really good at coming up with the unexpected. Like just like getting you right at the corner when you think it's going one way and you're like, "Oh, okay. That's where we're going." So, not hesitant, not worried on it, but I mean, I'm definitely excited to see a new one, especially after Beau is Afraid. It's just watching his trajectory with every movie he's done and just seeing what he's done next. Like he just keeps rewriting and like flipping the script on everyone. So it's gonna be real interesting to see. I'm excited. And
Nice,
that's my number 9.
nice.
Thank you.
My number 9 is Lilo and Stitch. I haven't seen the original animated cartoon since it came out. I think what in 2002. I know.
Slacking.
I'm gonna rewatch.
Slacking.
I'll rewatch the animated one. My girlfriend really loves Stitch, so I'm definitely gonna see it in theaters with her, probably with you. Um,
Yeah, I'll be there with
I mean,
you.
I love Stitch too. He just seems like a fun character. I love the marketing that they originally did when he was just
Mhm.
bouncing around in all the other animated movies. So I mean, yeah, I mean, Disney remakes over the years have been hit or miss. I mean, for every
Yeah, yeah, we'll go with that.
for every Lion King, which not Lion King, I'm sorry, Jungle Book.
Yeah, I'm
For
like,
every Jungle Book, you have a Lion King.
yeah,
um,
there you go.
um, for Beauty and the Beast, you got a Snow White. Um,
Ah,
I didn't mind Beauty and
agreed.
the Beast. I didn't mind Beauty and the Beast. Um, but yeah, Lilo and Stitch. I am looking forward to it. I'm hoping it's gonna. I, I mean, I'm hoping it just recaptures some of that the magic that Disney kind of like had with those old like animated classics. I know they can do. I know they can do live action better, but well, that remains to be seen.
Yeah. Well, especially since, they have the original director coming back. You have the guy who did the voice of Stitch coming back as
Yeah,
well.
and he looks
Like
great in
it's
live action.
yeah, he actually does. It's like they actually took time to say, you know what, we're gonna make a decent remake. So fingers crossed. There's some things I have issues with from the trailer, but hopefully it can surprise us.
Yep.
So moving on to number 8. My number 8 pick is actually going to be the Naked Gun. That one, it actually caught me by surprise because this movie I feel like has kind of been in development hell. I don't really know what's been going on with it. It's like you hear
I
some
think it
stuff
has.
and then you
Yeah.
don't. You hear some stuff. Um, and it sort of snuck up on us, especially when they dropped the teaser trailer, which I don't know if you've seen the teaser trailer
I
yet, but
have
it's
not.
actually really funny. And the fact that you got the guy who directed Pop Star and MacGruber directing this one and Seth MacFarlane producing, it's like it gives me faith. And then Liam Neeson doing playing, the straight man in a comedy. So, I mean, he'll never top Leslie Nielsen. No one will ever top the greatest. And, it'll be interesting to see him take on it, which I think he can pull it off. I think he could. But yeah, like yeah, I know that one surprised me too, putting it at
Yeah.
number 8. But
I mean,
yeah, like I said, we need a comedy. We need like a really good
yeah.
comedy this summer. And like when I was making the list and I put it on there, I was thinking back, man, I remember those summers like when the Hangover movies were coming out,
I mean,
or
the original
like
Ted.
Accepted. Yeah, Ted coming
Oh
out like in
man,
August, like
I
the
love that
dog
movie.
days of summer. Just like that was that's the thing I miss about summers is the variety
Yeah,
that we had. It wasn't just, the tent poles. It was also, man, there's some really funny movies, or wow, there's a really scary movie coming out, or like just, a little bit of everything. So it's like I said,
yeah.
that's the one thing that stood out to me as far as the comedy movies coming out. Like that, I feel like that one's probably going to be a sleeper. Anything.
I hope so. I mean, I have not seen the trailer. I mean, I honestly forgot it was coming. I completely forgot about this movie altogether until I was making out, like I was looking at all the new ride releases coming out. Um, but I think Liam Neeson is like unintentionally hilarious. Like I've been seeing, just scrolling through social media, and I keep seeing that clip of his scene in Ted about him buying the cereal. I don't
Oh
know if
yeah,
you remember, and I like I
yeah,
just
the
keep watching it. I'm
tricks.
just like I'm just like this is like just imagine like that actually happening in real life. Like it'd just be absolutely just off the wall. Just did that just happen? And honestly, at work, I get that a lot. Not like in that particular sense. It's just like, did that just happen? Like, are we really dealing with stuff like this? But yeah, I mean, so
Yes,
I think he
yes,
can be
stuff like that does
hilarious and
happen.
like, yeah, I think he can be hilarious when he like, just because he's always that serious guy, like the Taken. He's always that serious like guy, and he's just, I don't know. So yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
he
good
sort of
pick.
got pigeonholed into those roles,
He
and
did.
now it's like, okay, now let's shake him loose, and I'm hoping this is like the new renaissance of that. Maybe he can take on the role that Leslie Nielsen, left behind. Of, he went from being like a really serious actor, and then all of a sudden he's in movies like Airplane and all these parody movies from there on. Wrongfully Accused, one of my all-time favorite movies. It's so stupid, but I love it to death.
I mean,
And
wasn't he
it would
also
be
in the
cool to
later
see.
scary movie movies? The wasn't Leslie Nielsen in the later scary movies?
Yeah, yes, he
Right.
was.
Yeah.
Scary Movie 3,
Three
I
and
think, was the only
four,
one he
right? Or
was
was it
in.
just three? Okay.
Yeah, it was just 3, but he was also in Superhero Movie, which I do
Okay.
stand by as being a great comedy. It was so dumb. I'm not wearing diamonds. How
All
about you?
right.
What's your number 8
My
looking like?
number 8 is going to be Karate Kid. Karate Kid Legends. I actually so Cobra Kai is a great show. It has no
Agreed.
business. It has no business being as good as it is. Absolutely none. It takes itself way too serious, but it's amazing. And like I know everybody probably discovered that show when it was on Netflix. I actually watched it when I was on YouTube,
I
and
was gonna say, yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm one of those. I'm one of the originals, and I'm like, because Johnny Lawrence is the Karate Kid. We'll take that back to How I Met Your Mother. Barney Stinson was correct. William Zabka, the poet, is is the Karate Kid, and he was phenomenal in that series. I am grateful that his kind of story ended. So not seeing him in this trailer for the movie, I don't think he's in the movie, which that's fine. I think his story uh, was wrapped up great. I do like they're bringing back Jackie Chan, so I'm kind of curious how this is gonna like blend, kind of like that reboot they tried with what happened with the previous Karate Kids and Cobra Kai. Are they even gonna touch up on Cobra Kai? And I mean, I love the first Karate Kid's great. The sequels are, they still hold up in a sense for that nostalgic reasons. And like I said, Cobra Kai was great. So I'm looking forward to this. I think I'm still riding that Cobra Kai high, and it's kind of leading me into this. So that's my number 8.
Nice. Yeah, I still haven't finished watching Cobra Kai. I fell off I think like season 2 or season 3. And then I just never went back to it, but it wasn't that I hated it or anything. I just got caught up in other shows
Yeah,
and stuff like
there's
that.
just a,
But
I still need to watch Shogun.
yeah, oh, same dude. Same. But yeah, it
Just
is
so
going to
many
be
good
interesting.
shows.
I know. It is going to be, like you said, interesting to see what they do with Jackie Chan's character, especially with how the last one ended. Are we getting a Jaden cameo at the end? Or he'll do the theme song for this one.
Right? Yeah. Is Will Smith producing it? I think, right? I think he has the.
I
I
don't
think it might
know.
be.
Is he?
I don't know. I don't remember. I didn't check
Oh,
to see if his production company's on it.
if he is, then maybe we'll get a Jaden and
Maybe.
Willow.
Oh,
All right,
kind
moving
of
on to
hope
number
not.
7. So my number 7 is actually going to be The Life of Chuck. So the reason I put this one down is because aside from Oculus, I'm pretty
Oh, I
loyal to
remember
Mike
that.
Flanagan. Aside from Oculus, yeah, Mike Flanagan movies, his stuff on Netflix, like dude is amazing. He's got talent like for
Hmm.
days. I'm so excited for his take on The Exorcist, especially after Believer, because man, that movie was supposed to be, the one that turned it around, brought it back. But I trust that he's gonna do real good with that. So yeah, with Life of Chuck, I don't know if you saw the teaser for it either. They dropped it like a week ago,
Yeah, I
but
haven't.
yeah, they I like the way that they do the trailer, especially because I'm gonna spoil it just a little bit for you. It is based off of a Stephen King story.
Okay.
Um, but you get the gist of which Stephen King, because instead of being, from Stephen King, the author of It, Carrie, when they list certain ones, you're like, oh, this is the kind it's gonna be. For this one, they listed Shawshank, Green Mile, so it's
Okay.
gonna be more on the dramatic side
Yeah.
and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know too much about it. The cast though, I mean, he has almost all the people he normally works with in his stuff. I didn't see a Henry Thomas mention though on that cast list, so I'm hoping maybe it's like a cameo or something that he comes in. But yeah, I'm actually pretty excited. I mean, Tom Hiddleston's in it too, so it'll be
Yeah.
cool to let him
He's
stretch
great.
his acting. Yeah, I mean, because we've seen him in Marvel, we've seen him, in the tent poles like Kong, Skull Island, stuff like that.
Man,
So
this
it'll be
cast is
nice to see him like,
stacked.
yeah. Did you just look it up right
I'm
now?
looking at the cast. This cast is stacked.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So it's
mean, Carl Lumbly, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Mark Hamill. Yeah. Okay. It seems like I don't know. Like I'm gonna read this.
yeah. Read the synopsis. Read it. It
I mean,
seems like it's
it's
gonna
also
be
seems
a
like
Forrest
a
Gump esque.
yeah. Like it also looks like a departure from normal Mike Flanagan you know movies. Maybe I don't know. Is it gonna be a horror?
I
No,
don't think
right?
so.
Like,
I,
'cause
I
I mean,
think I think it's gonna be more on the dramatic side, like
yeah.
Hearts in Atlantis or something like that, where it's
I
gonna be a
mean,
little bit more serious. Um, it it's giving me Forrest Gump and Benjamin Button vibes.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, more than anything. So
I mean,
that's
I'll
what I'm
watch
thinking
anything
it's
Tom
probably gonna
Hiddleston's
be.
in. So like,
Yeah, I don't want to see anything else from it. I don't want to see
you
any
know,
any other trailers. I'm just like, no.
I
Like
don't
the
even think I
teaser was
watched any trailer.
enough. Yeah, like I feel like we're finally, I don't want to jinx it, but I feel like we're finally getting back to regular teasers.
Real teasers, yeah.
Yeah, like real teasers.
Like, let's
And
not
it's
show two and a
nice.
half movies in the 2.5 hour, like in the teaser. Let's show 2.5 minute teaser. That's not a teaser. Like, bring me back the old Spider-Man teaser. Bring me back the original Hulk teaser.
Oh,
Like that is a teaser.
that's another video we'll have to do, because I have a list
Forgotten
of
teaser.
yes, forgotten oh yeah, that's a good one.
The
Forgotten
forgotten art
teasers.
of the teaser.
Yes. Oh, there's
Yeah, I
three that
mean,
come right off the top of my head. But yeah, that's what I got for number 7, Life of
yeah.
Chuck.
I think I'm.
What
You know what?
about
I'm
you?
gonna rewatch Oculus again. I want to rewatch it. I want to now that I'm gonna rewatch it. I have to because I mean I loved Hill House. Doctor Sleep was good. Blind Manor was yeah. Midnight Mass I loved. The Midnight Club
Yeah.
was yeah. The Fall of the House of Usher was good. So
Oh yeah.
he doesn't really miss, right? I mean he might. I'm not gonna say he stumbles, but I mean I don't think I wouldn't consider anything he's done a swing and a miss.
I was gonna say you want to
He
know
might
what
hit a foul ball, but he's not gonna miss.
you know
If he's a
what
baseball
really
reference.
sets the tone for how good of a director he is. He directed Ouija Origin of Evil.
And that
He
was a good one.
directed a prequel
Yes.
to a very, very bad movie, which should
Yes.
not have gotten a prequel, should not have gotten a sequel, but
No.
he took on the project, and dude, that's one of the best horror movies I've ever seen. That movie scared me with
Yeah.
how creepy it was. Like it's yeah. If you haven't seen Ouija Origin of Evil, that's the only one you need to see. You don't need to see anything else. There is no Ouija as far as I understand, or in my eyes. So what
All
about
right.
you? Where you at with number 7?
My number 7 is, oh man, do I gotta say the world of John Wick, the ballerina,
God.
and I will henceforth call it as a ballerina. So I mean, I love the John Wick movies. I mean, you and I saw the original John Wick. John Wick. I think it was like a special screening, right?
It was. It was.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I
The
don't
day
even
of,
think I.
because we weren't gonna go. We were on the
Yeah,
fence about it, and then they
and I hadn't even seen
well, I saw
anything.
the ad on Facebook, and then it was like it just kept replaying the scene where he rolls in the house, and then he like
Yeah, and
like
I
he
don't think
kills
I.
the two guys.
I don't think I've seen. I don't think I saw any like preview or trailer for it beforehand, and I was just like, eh. And then we just decided to go, and man, we both came out of that movie like, wow, like
Yeah.
yeah, like give me more of this. And I'm so glad it did well. I mean, now it's kind of gotten a little. It's a little over the top, right? I mean, but it's still so good. But it is. I love the world building, even though it's like it seems like everyone's a hitman in this world.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, I'm sure there's a video out there that's counted how many people John Wick has uh, killed in all those movies. But I believe this one takes place before, or it takes place between John Wick 3 and 4. And
I
I mean,
think so.
I think, and I mean, I've always been curious, like Ana de Armas in more of an action role because I thought she did really well in that James Bond movie.
She was one of the only good things about that movie.
Yeah, and I was I was hoping if they were ever going to maybe do a spinoff, she would be a character they consider. Because I thought, like I said, she really left an impression just from that movie. I mean, that movie didn't leave an impression, so so I'm looking forward to this. I mean, I think she's going to be really well. Probably gonna take a lot of names in this movie. So yeah, that's my number 7. I don't got too much more, other than I mean, it's going to be a John Wick movie, right? Just
Yeah.
with Ana de Armas. I mean, how can you go wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean, it's everything you could want in a movie, which is why it's my number 6
Oh,
for the summer.
perfect.
Yeah, I mean, you hit everything on the head with it. Again, I refuse to acknowledge it by that full title,
No,
that whatever thing that they're doing. It's like we talked about before the other day when we were talking about it, is it's like with Edge of Tomorrow, everybody's like, "Oh, live, die, repeat." I love that
yeah,
movie. No, live, die, repeat was the tagline. It was
yeah,
never the title of the movie. It's just
yeah.
Edge of Tomorrow. And the same thing. Like this is just ballerina to me. It's just gonna be
Just
ballerina.
ballerina.
That's it, and it's set in the world of John Wick. Like
Yeah,
that's all it's gonna be to me. But yeah, I mean, you said it perfectly. Like she killed it. She was the one thing that stood out the most um in that wretch of a movie, No Time to
mhm.
Die. So yeah, it's gonna be cool to see her like carry the movie, on her shoulders. Which just from the trailer, it looks real good. I wish they didn't put Keanu in the trailer,
Yeah.
because
But
I
I feel
feel
like
like
that's a
they're
marketing
trying to
ploy.
rely on it too much.
Yep.
It's one thing to show him in the trailer, but then to put it like in the actual title or the tagline
Yeah.
of the movie, and they keep like heavily like pushing that, like they want to let you know that, oh, John Wick is involved, John Wick is involved. It's
Yeah.
like, no, just let her do her thing. Like just,
Yeah.
it should let her stand on her own merit versus having to prop her up.
Yeah.
It's like they don't have faith in it, which I mean, it's an action movie during the summer, and it's on a Darmus. I mean,
Yeah.
need
And
to say
it's
more.
going to be I don't know what it opens up against. I mean, I can pull up that list, but I mean, it's if it opens up like with a against like Elio. I don't remember the day this comes out or whatever it is. But I mean, it's counter programming, right? Like
Yeah.
the adults are gonna go see like the R-rated film.
Yeah.
This book, yeah, you could, I suppose like you put John Wick just to attract that fan base, but I'm hoping people come out of that movie with I want to see more of her now. Like I know they already announced John Wick 5, which okay, cool, I guess. I don't know. I thought John Wick 4 concluded perfectly. We don't kind of need it.
Yeah.
So I kind of want like if you're gonna use that as like a segue into this new franchise or a franchise based off this one, like yeah, you can use it to prop it, but I hope the audience comes away like if this movie turns out to be amazing and it makes a lot of money, then I want the audience to come out of it, but like I want to see more of her in this role now, as opposed to just like, oh, let's see a, I don't know what her name's going to be, but let's see a ballerina in John Wick demo. Like we don't need that. Like let her stand on her own.
Yeah. Exactly. Like it can be set in the universe,
Yeah,
but it doesn't have to rely on what's come before it,
yeah.
which
Because
is
they've
the
done
thing.
great world building on it, so that's why I want to. I haven't seen the show Continental, and I probably won't. Um,
I I started it and it's
I felt
I
like
couldn't get past like the first 15
yeah,
minutes.
it didn't look that good, and I felt like that's a missed opportunity because I really think with the world they built up in those movies, like it could have exceeded like expectations. I really do, but I don't. It just did not look good.
It's I don't even know if I'll ever go back to it. Part of me wants to, but I'm like, no, as long as they keep making movies like this, I mean, and like even Keanu said, like, no, I'll keep making these. Like, I'm down to keep as long as people keep seeing them. And then the fourth one like made so much freaking money, and it
Yep.
was just a good movie in general too. I mean, and the fact that it was
Yeah.
the fourth movie, and it did as good, and it got like really
And I
good
think
reviews on
as
top
I'm
of that
saying, I'm
too.
pretty sure the movies, like the reviews, got better and better, which you just don't see in action movies. It's usually the
Yeah,
opposite. Like they
it's
might
also because
make more
Chad
money.
Stahelski got better at
Yeah.
making movies too.
Like yeah, they might like
So
make more money, but it's like I mean, we could look at like the Fast and the Furious franchise for that, right? They're making more and more money, but the quality's just gone down. But we'll save that because I think what the next one comes out, we don't even know. Who cares?
yeah, I don't even know. But yeah. So what about you? What's your
Then
number
number
6?
6. This might be a surprise. I Know What You Did Last Summer. I
It
honestly did
is a
not.
surprise
I honestly did not know this was coming out this summer. uh,
to me.
I saw it and I was like, and then like ironically, I saw it when I made the list, and then they released a trailer, to teaser last week. I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't
Um,
watched it either, which I
I
think
haven't.
we'll need to do a reaction
Yes, that's
to
fine. Yeah,
it.
absolutely. I mean, I love the first movie so much. I always hold Scream above it in terms of like 90s slashers. But when you think of 90s slashers, you think of Scream, and I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah.
And like the second one, eh. I mean, but again, I will always go like my go-to horror is always going to be a slasher. I don't know why. I think it's because I just grew up on slashers like as a kid, which you probably
Yeah.
shouldn't. Um,
Is there any other way to grow up?
I mean, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street when you're like 4 years old, but you know, it's cool. That didn't scar me when I was a child. Um, but no, I mean, it seems like they're kind of giving this the Scream 5 treatment, bringing back some legacy characters and introducing some new ones. So I'm kind of curious how they're going to blend this together. I mean, I don't know. I'm just excited for it. I mean, Jennifer Love Hewitt's back. Freddie Prinze Jr.'s back. Um, they got some of the new. They got the what is her name? Madeline Madeline Klein from a show I love on Netflix called Outer Banks. Love that show. Um,
Still haven't.
man, I don't know. It again, that's just a show that
I
has
heard
no
it's a good
business.
show.
It
I
has
heard
no
it's good.
business being as good as it is. But to me, I just like it. It's kind of like a soapy, like treasure hunt show. And it's just I don't know. I like treasure hunt stuff. So I'm just okay. But back to I Know What You Did Last Summer. I have no idea where they're gonna go with this. I did watch I think they rebooted it as a TV show on Amazon. Um,
Yes.
I didn't mind the show. I know it was radically different, but I mean, I still kind of liked it. But again, this is kind of like what I don't know. I just enjoy just campy slasher films. I
Yeah.
will watch bad slasher films.
Speaking of teaser trailers, I mean the second one, I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, has one of like the coolest teaser trailers. I haven't seen it in years, but it was the therapy session, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I
And
think
it's like something
yeah,
the hook cuts out of something.
I think so. Yeah,
I can't
so it's something
remember.
something like that. Yeah.
But I mean, come on, man! I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Give us Jack Black with dreads in
Oh, I mean,
Jamaica,
look, I'll stand by it. I mean, sure, it wasn't as good as the original,
and
but
Brandy, and
I'll,
Brandy.
I'll still stand by it. Was it Mackay Pfeiffer in that one?
Yeah,
And Ben's son,
Will Benson.
Will Benson.
Will Benson.
Yeah, I mean, I'll still
Yeah,
stand
I
by
mean,
it.
yeah, and like you said with the Amazon one, that's the one thing that was throwing me off with this, especially because it literally just came out not too long ago.
Yeah, a couple years ago.
So like hearing this come out, like it felt I don't know,
I
it
think they're
felt
just trying to
different. So
catch.
it's
They're trying to catch that Scream because Scream 5 and 6 just. I mean, it made a lot of money, so I think they're just kind of trying to capture that like nostalgic, like Scream was able to.
yeah, and I like what you said at the beginning about how you hold this up there with Scream because I remember watching them both around the same time. And the one memory I have about the original, I Know What You Did Last Summer, is I remember going to my grandma's house on Halloween and we had ordered pizza from Pizza Hut. And I remember sitting there and we were eating the pizza and we were watching I Know What You Did Last Summer on HBO, I think at the time. But yeah, man, just like those memories and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Simpler times. Simpler
Yep.
times.
So,
Nice, nice.
all right.
So my number five is going to be Superman.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I will say this: I'm really on the fence with this movie, and it's because like I don't know. I feel like it could go either way. This could be really bloated. This could
I agree.
blow everybody's expectations. I still haven't seen the new trailer. I've only seen the teaser trailer, and I honestly don't want to see anything else. I don't want to see any TV spots, nothing, ads, nada. Like I want to go in between now and July, right? July
I
11th.
I think it's July 11th.
Yeah, I can stay under a rock, I think, for the next 2 months when it comes to Superman. But I just feel
Yeah.
like everything that they've released so far, they've already told us too much. I feel like, just as little as possible. Like I said, I'm hoping it's not bloated, but it's like I said, I got that feeling on the inside. And I don't know, he still doesn't sell me as Superman or Clark Kent. That haircut at the beginning of the teaser trailer, that broccoli haircut.
Yeah. It doesn't look that great.
Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't know. But, like I said, I still there's the other part of me that is excited for it, but man, it's a summer movie. It's a
It's
superhero
James Gunn.
movie.
It's James Gunn.
Yeah, and that's what I'm hoping is that it's like please still be good.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember too, like he's running a studio, he's directing this, he wrote this, he's juggling and spinning plates
Yep.
like crazy right now. So I'm hoping because of that, it doesn't jeopardize his work because you know how particular he is when it comes to making his movies, and I'm hoping that with everything he's taken on that this doesn't suffer because of it. But
Yeah.
like I said, I remain optimistic, so
But I guess it's
we'll see
good to
what
have
happens.
like because he's like a co right. Right. Who's it? It's him and was it Peter Safran?
I
I
believe
believe
so.
that's like
The
I don't know,
duo
the
like
co-presidents of yeah. So
of DC Studios,
I mean, I
because
do
he's in
like
charge of the creative side and whatnot.
yeah, I do like that this one. I like who knows like he started this, and I think I do like that he put it all on his shoulders. Like if this movie fails, I mean, who knows, right? Like I mean, I know they're already filming Supergirl, so they'll probably just finish that one. But everything after that, I mean, who knows? I mean, I can get a little further into it a little later. Spoiler alert. But yeah, but I mean, it's James Gunn.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see
Yeah,
what happens.
I
What
mean,
about you?
I Guardians of the Galaxy, but like, so my number five is How to Train Your Dragon. So the animated movie is amazing. The trilogy of the animated movies is probably one of the best trilogies you'll ever watch. Um,
Can
Animated
confirm.
or live action, regardless, it doesn't matter. Like those three movies hold up; they're amazing. And this one looks kind of almost a shot for shot remake. I mean, at least opposed like we've seen for the trailer. I don't know how that's gonna translate to live action, but I mean, so far from what I've seen, I mean, it looks good. The main character looks like Hiccup. Toothless looks just like he did in the animated movie, but like more real. I don't know. And you know, Gerard Butler's back. I mean, just, I'm just looking forward to this movie. I mean, I remember watching the first one and like I wasn't like anticipating the original animated movie as much, and then when I watched it, I was like, wow, it was really good. And then the second one got kind of dark.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I was like, okay, I wasn't expecting this from an animated movie. And then the third one, just you know, that the ending just hits you, man, just right in the gut.
Yeah.
So I mean, I hope, I think you know, was it Universal? Is I know it's DreamWorks that did the
Yeah.
animation. Is Universal doing the live action, right?
Yeah.
Right, and I think they're putting a lot of you know, faith in this one because I believe they already greenlit the second one. So, and I know they're
Oh,
overhauling
that's
Universal
interesting.
Studios and adding like a whole How to Train Your Dragon thing at their theme park. So I mean, they're putting a lot of faith in this one, and I think it's tracking pretty well. So I mean, that's why it's in my top five. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, and it also has, like you said, the built-in fan base
Yep,
already. I mean, those animated, that trilogy is, yeah, hands down one of the best trilogies ever made, and there's so many layers to those stories, and I mean, like emotion-wise, like it's serious, it's funny, it's scary, it's
got a lot of heart. Yeah,
a lot of heart, a lot of freaking heart in those movies. Um, my worry about it is that, like you said, I mean, if it is a shot for shot remake, for me, I just feel like this shouldn't exist.
yeah. Because I mean, if you want to
But
watch it, go watch the original, right?
yeah, because it's like, why mess with perfection? If you're gonna remake something that was bad, something that, like, oh yeah, we really missed the we really
Yeah,
missed the bar on that. But yeah, I mean, like you said, more than likely I'll probably go see it with you too.
of course.
Go see it
I do
because I
hope
mean,
they add more. Like, I don't know what necessarily it needs, but don't just do a shot for shot remake. Like, add your own flair to it, maybe for better or worse. I don't know, but I feel like they can do a little bit more to add to it to make it their own vision.
yeah,
What that is, I don't know because I'm not making it. It's not my vision. But yeah, I mean, if they do shot for shot, okay, cool. I mean, I don't know. I'll still, like I said, I'll still watch it. Maybe this is just to reintroduce a new generation of children to the franchise, which I'm okay with. But I don't know. We'll see.
all in good time, all in
Yep.
good time. So my number 4 pick is going to be Fantastic Four.
Woo!
I
No.
That wasn't intentional. I was doing my list, and when I was making everything, I was like, "Oh, I put Fantastic Four for number 4."
Nice.
So, yeah, like I said, when we watched the final trailer the other night, it actually did get me pretty excited. Not just, just like, oh my god, another MCU movie. It was because it actually looks, like I said, entertaining. It
Mm.
looks like this is the movie that I want to go to the movies and watch. I want to kick back and relax. I want to have my popcorn, my drink with me, and I'm just going to disappear for 2 hours into a good story. Um, but yeah, I mean, and then of course, like I said, it is connected to MCU. So I'm going in for two reasons. One, I want to be entertained, and two, I'm just curious to see what they're gonna do with moving forward, especially because they got to get Doom in there, and I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on Fantastic Four.
Oh, go watch our trailer reaction.
Yes, yes. What about you? What's your number
Okay,
4?
my number 4 is Thunderbolts. Um,
Ooh.
yeah, I mean, the movie that kicks off the summer, or at least in most cases. I don't know when you would consider the summer movie to start. But yeah, Thunderbolts. I mean, I love most of the characters that they brought back. Sebastian Stan as Bucky. Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova. I love Wyatt Russell as John Walker from the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I mean, I love this what do you like eclectic group of like misfit characters that you're just throwing all into a sandbox. And you're like, hey, just go have fun. I think that's the most I can probably get from this movie is like there's like hardly any expectations for this, I think, for this movie. They're just like, you know what, just go, straight balls to the wall, go have a good time, mate. And it seems like just from the chemistry alone, from the cast, it seems like they had a really good time. And it just like straight up action. And I think that's what I'm gonna get out of this movie. I'm not expecting, the Winter Soldier or the type of film that movie was. But I just want to have like fun, right? So like Deadpool and Wolverine to me was a fun movie to go see, right? I love that movie, love the characters, and that's what I'm hoping this movie brings out with me. I love that they're bringing in the Sentry. I have no idea how this group of characters is going to fight that. So that kind of open air mystery for the climax of the film is going to like reel me in even more. And then again, like I don't know, like this just like a fun movie.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that. My worry is that it's in the shadow. It's two things. It's in the shadow of Suicide Squad
Mm-hmm.
and just the state of the MCU right now. Like we've talked about before, Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four need to be hits. Like
Yeah,
they need to do something really crazy in these
especially
two
with
movies
those
in order to get
two.
us.
Those are the two teams that's going to like really headline Avengers Doomsday. Like they made a point, but like Thunderbolts, like Fantastic Four, and then what like the Wakandans are going to be the main groups in that Doomsday. Aside from
I
the X Men,
guess I
like they're
have
bringing
no
back
idea
like
because that's all we have
yeah,
left.
yeah. I mean, they did say that they're bringing in some legacy X Men characters from the Fox franchise, but like, I mean, there's no Avengers, right? I mean, this is who we got. We got
Not a technical one.
yeah,
Not an
exactly.
actual roster. No, like it feels like it's sort of makeshift. So I mean,
Unless
it'll
like
be interesting to see, and like you said, especially to watch Sentry. Like that's going to be real interesting to see like this group of characters take him on.
yeah,
Um, I'm curious if they're gonna wrap up. What was it, Valentina's role
yeah,
and everything. So I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I get Suicide Squad vibes from it, just from the story, like just from like the trailers and stuff that we've seen. But it seems like this one's a little bit more nuanced,
mm,
I guess. But I don't know. I'm hoping we get good comedy, good laughs. I honestly kind of wish this one was rated R.
yes, I do
I
too.
feel I feel like this would have been a better rated R. This could have been like the first, like I mean,
Yeah,
technically, Deadpool and Wolverine, but this could have been like the one
yeah.
that was like, oh wow,
But I think they did that one because they already had that built-in fan base, so they knew that movie was going to make $1 billion regardless. This
oh
one,
yeah,
there's like, we got to get as many people in the seats as we can. So PG-13,
yeah.
but it
Because
still
this
looks pretty
this
dark.
honestly,
With like
yeah,
the
this
Sentry
one,
just turning people into shadows. Like,
yeah,
I mean, that's I don't want to say it. That's kind of like atomic bomb level stuff right there.
yeah. You know what this movie feels like? Thunderbolts to me feels like one of those movies that would have came out during the summer in like 2006 or like
Yeah,
2007, like a Hitman
with the A Team and
movie. Yeah,
Live Free or
yeah,
Die
just
Hard, just
yeah, just like right
straight
there.
nonsense action movies.
Which is what this need. I feel like it needs to be. It needs to be nonsense, balls to the wall, like
Yeah,
just have fun.
but
Like
like
if they can do that, it can be a knockout. It could be like, oh my god, like go see Thunderbolts. But
yeah,
like I said, I feel like it has a lot to prove it, and it's not even because of the movie itself. It's because of where the movie sits with the line of movies that are coming.
Yeah,
So again, it's sort of like got the cards stacked against them because of that. But like I said, we could be
yeah,
surprised. But we'll see what happens in a couple of days.
yeah.
Should be interesting. So, my number 3 pick,
Dun, dun.
Mission Impossible. So now we're
Ooh,
getting real now.
okay.
So, when it comes to Mission Impossible, that movie, that series, big impact on my life. I watched the first one on repeat when it was on HBO back in the 90s. And from there on, from 2 on, I've seen all of them close to, if not on opening day in theaters. Um, and I don't know, it's just because they've always hooked me. Like I maintain the first one is still my favorite just because it feels the most spy-like and it feels like a
That
classic
is true.
spy
Yes.
movie too. And then everything after that is just fun. It's popcorn fun, and then I just love how right after Mission Impossible 3, Tom Cruise was just like, you know what, no, let's go crazy. Like, let's actually do most of this stuff for real. And it's gonna be cool to see this one. It's bittersweet too. It just makes me wonder, I mean, what is Tom Cruise gonna do next
Yeah.
after this? I
This
mean, this is
feels
the
like the
final one. They've
last.
already said this is the
Yeah.
last one.
Feels like
So
at
it's
least his last. It feels like
yeah,
his last.
exactly. And I mean, if they continue the story, I mean, that'll be cool as well. But yeah, I mean, yeah, go back and watch the first one and then watch Dead Reckoning, and you just see like, yeah, he's aged. He's aged
Yeah.
drastically.
I mean, it's been what, like 30
And
some years so
yeah, I
far.
mean,
So we can
95,
only wish to age that
96.
gracefully.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I've
Yeah.
aged 30 years in 4 days.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm super stoked for it. I know you were too. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So what about you? Where you got at number 3?
My number three is Superman. So again, I didn't want to say too much when you were, giving your thoughts and opinions on it. Look, I love James Gunn. The Guardians of the Galaxy franchise, I will fight anyone who says that franchise or that trilogy was not good. To me, uh, man, what was it, 2014? We had Winter Soldier and then Guardians of the Galaxy, and I go back and forth. Like, I love Winter Soldier. Guardians of the Galaxy, I think, with just that group of characters at the time and where I was in my life in 2014, like, I mean, I think we saw the movie like what, 5 times? I know I did. And
We saw quite a bit. I
yeah,
know at least 4. I want to say at least
yeah,
4 times.
and like I don't know, it's just watching those just outcasts, those misfits just come together and just have a dance off to save the galaxy. Um, I don't know. He had so much heart in those characters, and it's just like, and this was like, here, we don't really know how this franchise is going to go, but here's this character, here's a raccoon, here's a tree, like, go make some magic. And I mean, he made magic. If you can provide, and then you watch Guardians 2, his parts from Infinity War, and bring back Guardians 3, and what happened with Rocket's character arc. And I'm like, if he can make you feel that much for a raccoon, just imagine what he can do for, like, arguably the greatest American superhero, you know in Superman. I do share your concerns with how possibly bloated this movie might be. I do know. I think he's taken inspiration from All Star Superman, which is kind of like a. If I didn't read most of that, but if I remember correctly, that was like uh, an interesting kind of comic run where I think Superman was kind of like, I don't know if he was dying or if he was like kind of on the verge. He had gotten like exposed to like too much like radiation of some kind, and I think it was just like kind of like a day in the life of Superman towards the end of his lifespan or something, or something like that. And it was kind of like a greatest hits type of thing, right? And I think that might be what we're getting at. Like, he might have a small interaction with Guy Gardner and Nathan Fillion. You might have a small interaction with what's her name as Hawk Girl, stuff like that. I don't know if they're going to play too big of a role. We'll see. So if it's just like small parts here and there, just showing like, hey, he's just kind of like reliving some things. Again, I don't know. Because again, as much as we've seen from the trailer, we haven't exactly seen what the story is going to be. But I mean, the cast is great. I don't know how I feel about this guy playing Clark Kent / Superman, but I mean, I don't think James Gunn's missed either. Like in anything, right? I mean, go back
Am
through
I
his
thinking?
whole filmography.
Yeah, because I'm thinking back. I mean, I'm like, I love all of his movies pre MCU. Not to say that I don't like the MCU ones, but I mean, I love Slither, one of
Yeah.
my favorite sci-fi movies. Super was really good, which not a lot of people saw. Super
No.
severely underrated, and I now that I think about it, I wonder if that's where he got the whole Kevin Bacon thing, because Kevin Bacon's the villain in that movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, off the top of my head, just thinking about it, I'm like, I mean, he didn't direct it, but he wrote, the Dawn of the Dead remake, and I think that's, one of the better movies of like 2003, 2004 era.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like you said, like I said earlier, and I'm
I
glad
mean,
you agree with me in
it would
that sentiment of like and it's not that we want it to be bad. It's like
no.
I
I
want
want it
this
to
to
be
be a
good
good movie. Like we need a good
because
DC movie.
I feel like if this, so I know Warner Brothers is going through some things. Um, like I don't know. I think they have a lot more writing on Superman succeeding than like Marvel does on any other movie succeeding. Uh, but like
Yeah.
if this movie can succeed and James Gunn can successfully launch a DC universe, just imagine like that's gonna make Marvel up their game. Like we need that competition. Like that's like Sony needs its Xbox. They need their Nintendo. Like y'all, they need each other to like kind of like, hey, we
Yeah.
gotta one up our game. They just launched like, and it's gonna be telling in July when Superman comes out, and then like what 2 weeks later it's Fantastic Four. Like, I mean, just imagine just every year having a battle like that. Like, obviously we want them all to succeed, but like you just be like, hey, they did great. Now we gotta show them what we can do.
Yeah. And it's just nice to have those experiences again in a theater, which is the
Mhm.
thing I miss more than anything. Is like I said, that's the whole point of why we decided to do the summer movies, is because just that longing for getting back into a theater and being able to do that. um yeah, so that's like you said, it has a lot riding on it. The thing that that now that you said it, that does give me worry as I think about it, is yeah, I forgot that they had started filming Supergirl, and they had like they're already like getting the ball rolling on all these things, and I'm like,
Yeah, and they're
it's
filming
like
Green Lantern.
I'm hopeful for it, but then I think it just too close to like the whole MCU situation right now with everything, so it's sort of
Yeah.
like I don't want it to go down that route, but it's like
What I
I can't
miss
help but feel.
what I miss about like the older MCU movies is how like they all kind of fell. Some of them fell in like different genre type movies. Like the Captain America movies alone were all different genres, and I feel
Yeah.
like that they need to get back to that. And I think that's what James Gunn probably sees, and like the Lanterns is they what pitched it as a True Detective meets Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
Like to me that I'm excited for that. I want to see that. And then like what the Wonder Woman prequel that's supposed to take place, whatever, is supposed to be like a Game of Thrones type of about Themyscira. Like let's go into different genres. Like you can have a superhero, but they're all different. Like you can play around in a sandbox of different genres
Yeah.
instead of just straight like action with a little quippy comedy. Like let's let's do something different.
Yeah, or they can utilize Max. They have, a full streaming service like they
Yep.
did with the Penguin, just here's 10 episodes, episodic with, certain characters. and see where it goes from there. Oh, speaking of like all these other projects, I forgot Mike Flanagan is writing. I don't know if he's directing, but I know he's at least writing Clayface.
That's what it was. Yeah, yeah. I was wondering. I knew he was attached to something.
Yeah, like I
Yeah.
feel that would he could do that
Oh,
one justice if he was to
yeah.
direct that movie. I'd be like, oh yeah, you don't need to
Like,
worry, just give him the money. Yeah, just let
let's
him
be
do his
honest.
thing.
A Clayface movie should never exist. 100%
It
should not exist.
it shouldn't,
You
but
give
I
some, but
had
you give it to
watched.
Mike Flanagan, I'll
Yeah,
watch it. 100%, I'll watch it.
guys.
You know, but you know what? Set it in Reeves Batman with what's his name? That we're never going to get the Batman 2 because
Oh,
Pattinson's just keep taking other roles. Set it in that world though. I think
yeah.
Flanagan's Clayface in that world I think would be a lot better.
Sure, it's definitely dark enough. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
but I mean, who knows if we're even going to get the Batman 2? I think we're waiting too long for the
Yeah,
sequel. Anyways, digressing.
it's all good. It's all good. Another video for another time.
Yeah.
Anyways, my number 2 pick is actually Bring Her Back.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen the trailer for this
No.
movie. I don't know if you know anything about this movie.
Nope.
It's from the guys who did Talk to Me.
Okay. Talk to me.
So yeah, this is their new movie.
Okay.
And I had only seen the teaser poster and the teaser trailer. They did just drop a full trailer. I'm not gonna watch it.
Not gonna
I'm
watch
gonna
it.
stay away from it. No. I mean, just from the poster itself, like it looks so cool and so creepy. And the fact that these guys started out on YouTube, just making little short videos, like funny videos, and they got better at their craft to where they made Talk to Me. They're still working on a Talk to Me 2, which I don't think they need to,
No,
but
man.
I mean,
Let
it would
movies
be
stand
cool to see
alone.
another. Yeah, so like this one, the teaser trailer doesn't give you too much either. It's dark, like it's really dark. Um, but yeah, like I said, the less you know about this one, the better. Um, if you can, I would watch the teaser trailer, but if not, I would just go in blind with this one because I mean, like I said, it looks like it's gonna be really good. Like it's gonna be creepy.
Good. I mean, I went in blind for Talk to Me, and that movie was really good. I enjoyed that one a lot. Because I mean, there's not a lot of movies that like really like kind of get you on the edge of your seat anymore, or like just kind of. And I don't know that I think that one kind of did for me, and I was really good, and I was always curious what they were gonna do next. I didn't even know this was their film, so now that you mentioned,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, yeah, that's definitely gonna be on my radar now.
And the fact that it's original,
Yep.
it's an original idea.
Yeah. And that's
It's
what I
like that.
want more of. Like, don't do another. Don't. I mean, I guess if you want to do Talk to Me too, that's cool. But like, you can leave that one alone and just create more stuff. Like, I think that's why. I mean, I know that's why you like Ari Aster and just stuff like that. Like, just you don't need sequels to everything. Just
No.
continue writing just more ideas. I know these people have more ideas. Like you don't just one off something like, oh, this was everything I had. Like that's not how creative people work. You might get a block or two from every now and then, but that's not how creative people work.
Yeah. Well, especially right now in the day and age of universe building,
Mm-hmm.
of the age of IP. You have to,
Franchise.
yeah, you have to have these home runs and like a 10-year business plan for this whole saga that you're trying to build for something that probably doesn't need it. You just let it roll the dice on it. And we need to get back to that. We need to get back to these independent movies. We need to get back to these, original ideas, just something that's like, whoa, it just catches you off guard. And then when you see it, you walk out of it and you're like, man, that was a good movie. Because that's how I felt when I walked out of Talk to Me. I was excited for it, but I was trying not to overhype it because you know how people can overhype things, and
Yeah.
I was just like, you know what, no. And then when I went in, I was like, okay, I'm good. Just gonna watch it, no expectations, and I ended up really enjoying it. I haven't watched it since, um, but it's because I was giving it time. I was like, yeah, it's a good movie, and I'll go back to it when I will. But yeah, that's why I'm like, when I heard about this one, I had heard the title, but I didn't know that it was theirs. And then when I saw it, I was like, okay, I'm in. Like, I'm
Nice.
set. So yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
yeah,
don't
that's
think I'm
pretty
gonna watch.
much.
I don't think I want to watch the teaser. I don't know. There's some things I just kind of want to stay away from. Like I'm kind of like
I would just
just
stay
give me
away from it
a teaser.
then. If you
Just
did
give
that
me
with
a
Talk
teaser
to
for
Me.
anything. Yeah, just give me like I always get like when every time someone launches a new trailer, like the 2 minute trailer, and I'm like, I always like kind of force myself to watch it because I know I'm gonna see a still image or it's gonna get spoiled for me regardless. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just gonna watch it. And like, I just wish we just go back to the art of the teaser, and that's it. That's it. Or just do some like viral marketing, something like get some like that's what I loved about like Cloverfield. Like that was kind of before
I
viral
was
marketing,
just thinking that as soon as you said
before like
viral marketing.
yeah, like that teaser didn't tell me anything. You know, I mean, I kind of had the gist of it, and then you just go back to like the viral marketing of that movie. And I went in, watched that movie, love that movie,
Yeah.
love that movie. I rewatch it like as much as I can, whenever I can, like at least once a year. It's probably not as
Nice.
often as
Yeah,
people
I haven't
think, but
watched
I
it in a
love that movie.
minute.
Yeah. And then what was it? 10 Cloverfield Lane, great.
Oh, oh,
Yeah. And what I loved about those
such a
movies,
good
even
movie.
the Paradox one, they just
Yeah.
drop. They just, I mean, no,
They
the
made
movie,
another one.
no, the movie was garbage. Um, but it's just one of those ones like 10 Cloverfield Lane, like all of a sudden, like, hey, this is coming out. Oh, okay. And then Paradox, what they announced it at the Super Bowl, and hey, it's available now on Netflix or whatever it was.
Yes, I will
And I
say
remember I was
I
like,
will
oh,
give Paradox that much, is
yeah,
that one had one of the coolest marketing strategies, which was, yes,
just
as soon as
there.
the Super Bowl's over, we're dropping it right at like 8 o'clock or something
Yep.
like that.
And as
And like
soon as the Super Bowl was
literally,
over, I watched it.
yeah.
Regretted it, but I watched it. I think I texted you right after. I was like, "Did you watch this yet?" And you're like, "Yeah." I don't remember, but I was like, "It's not good." I was like, "What
Yeah,
did I
it
just
was,
watch?"
there's
But
so
yeah,
much promise, dude. So much
yeah.
promise.
All right,
So what
moving
about you?
on.
What was your
My
number
number
two?
2 is the Fantastic Four. I mean, I'm just look. What I will say, what I like about this is, yes, it's an MCU movie, but it's taking place kind of like outside the normal universe. So it's kind of like a new world that you can just kind of just have fun in and just build up. I don't know how much of that world is going to be remaining at the end of this movie, but given the antagonist of this film, but I like that Shackman has been given like kind of like a certain freedom, like, hey, this is yours. Like you can do kind of like whatever you want. You don't have any like continuity issues to play around with the what everything that came before and after in the MCU, like in the main timeline. It's like this is kind of yours, and you can be free to do whatever you want and just tell your vision of this first family as you wish. And I like that, and I kind of wish more of this quote multiverse saga did that. Like everything didn't have to be set in the main universe. Like if you're going to open up the multiverse, have different stories in the multiverse. Didn't have that. I think this is like the only like one outside of Doctor Strange in the multiverse of madness that went to like two different universes. Um, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like after like look the first, I won't say the first, but like the 2005 Fantastic Four, it was okay. Like that was kind of like in the midst of the golden age of superhero cinema. You had like Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, which, those are beloved films. Like Daredevil, Hulk, Punisher. You had all those coming out, and then you had
Ghost
Fantastic
Rider.
Four. Man, you know what? That movie would have been better if the dialogue had been different. The dialogue is so bad.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, but yeah, this one came in like right, kind of like in the middle of that in 2005. It did pretty good box office wise. I mean, the cast was okay. Michael Chiklis was a pretty good Ben Grimm. I like the prosthetics, the actual suit for the thing. At the time, I know Jessica Alba gets kind of like a unfair rap. for that movie, but I do think she was miscast, but she was super popular then.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris
Yeah,
Evans is Johnny
people
Storm.
don't realize how popular Jessica Alba was back
She
then.
was hugely popular. Like she was I think she was like one of the it girls. Like it was what, like her and I think Scarlett Johansson was on the up and up then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so because what she had the island, I think that year. Anyways,
Yeah, around that time, yeah.
but I mean, honestly, the original cast was pretty good. The story, I mean, it was whatever. And then we had the Rise of Silver Surfer in 2007, and I mean, Doug Jones, I mean, mastered his craft, and voiced by Lawrence Fishburne with Silver Surfer.
Mm-hmm.
Galactus was not so good in that movie. And Jessica Alba's wig was not so good in that movie. But I mean, so I'm looking forward to the actual Marvel Studios' take on the Fantastic Four. I won't even get into the 2015 Fantastic Four.
I didn't even know there was a thing.
Yeah, yeah. Don't.
I don't
terrible.
acknowledge that. I don't acknowledge that
That movie has
such
that
a
movie has a
creation.
beginning and an end. It doesn't have a middle. Yeah, so I'm just looking forward to like the Fantastic Four, hopefully done right. I love the cast. Pedro Pascal might be, I hate to say, the weakest link of the cast. I'm just not sold on him as Reed Richards.
He's not Reed Richards.
Again,
Man.
I mean, I could be.
Not.
I don't mind being proven wrong. It's happened once before, a lot before. I have Vanessa Kirby, Sue Storm, great choice. She definitely has kind of like a, surprisingly enough, like a maternal type, role for the whole family, because that's what Sue Storm is. Was it Joseph Quinn as
Johnny?
Human Torch? Yeah, as Johnny. I mean, he was everybody knows him from Stranger Things. He was great in that. Became like the fan favorite of the whatever season they did 4 years ago. Seems like
an eternity.
Yeah. And I love Eben Moss Bacharach. I think that's how you pronounce his name. I don't know, but I mean, The Bear is great. It's a fantastic show.
I still haven't.
But I mean, I could watch that show straight. I watched that show with my girl. We can only watch it in doses because it is a lot. There, especially when the whole family gets together, it is a lot. And yeah, I'll just say it's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's amazing in that show. So I'm looking forward to everybody's rendition for these characters. I'm kind of curious how it's going to lead in, because this is the final movie before Avengers Doomsday. I have some thoughts that I might save for a future video. Maybe before this movie comes out, I have some thoughts. That's all I'm saying. So that's why it's my number 2.
Very nice.
Fantastic Four, number 2.
And finally, we made it to the end. Our top movie.
Number 1. Drum roll.
So, number 1. This one, I think this one might actually surprise you. This was my number 1 pick. So, this is my most anticipated movie.
Okay.
For the summer of 2025. And that is Weapons.
Okay. Not at all.
Yeah, so we did the reaction the other day. Watched it the first time. I think it is hands down one of the greatest teaser trailers ever made.
It's good.
And today when I was getting everything ready, I had it was the first time I had seen the poster that they had released, and it's the one that I have, right down below.
I don't even think I had a poster when I made this list.
No, you didn't. I had
exactly.
Looked it up, and because they hadn't dropped it. Yeah, no. I think they dropped it like a day or so after the teaser. But if you go and look at the actual poster, I love how it's designed, because it feels like a Warner Brothers movie from like the 80s or the 90s.
I was just about to say
is what it looks like, with the font, with like the red title and whatnot. Like it's just so, the teaser trailer is so good. It's creepy. It sets it up the way you don't know what this is. Like nobody knows what this is. And I think that again, sticking with the spirit of summer, like it's like I miss movies like this where I'm like actually anticipated. That's honestly why I didn't include the Thunderbolts on here. That's why I didn't include Jurassic World or like any of the other tent poles coming out, is because I don't feel that anticipation. I actually feel kind of burnt out from those movies because it's what we've expected. It's, you know, it's copy paste, rinse repeat. Not to say that those movies will be that, but that's just the vibe that I'm getting from those. But with this one, you know, and as you can see from my other ones, is a majority of like original
Yep.
ideas. So, you know, with weapons, you know, like I said, we the teaser just blew me away, and I'm super stoked for it.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I made my list before that trailer came out. Um, so I mean, I don't know where I would slot it. It's just one of those ones like I do really want to see it. Because I mean, that teaser trailer was so good. And honestly, I'm not gonna watch anything else that comes out from that movie. Like, it's already sold me. I mean, even the director just sold me. That's all I needed. But yeah, that teaser trailer was so good. So I mean, I could probably have it as like an honorable mention. Um, yeah. I mean, everything you said just hit a nail on the head. It just looks so good.
Yeah, man.
I mean, yeah, and I'm just looking at like the small little thumbnail for the poster. It kind of gives like that '80s like vibe, like kind of like I'm not in the same vein, but like just like that Super 8, you know, like man, I love that
Yeah,
movie. I love that, but just like not the vibe, but like just from the poster alone, it's like an R-rated Super 8. Just like I don't know, I can't really explain it too well, but it's
yeah,
just I don't know. It was shot with like one of those cameras is what I guess is the kind of the vibe I'm getting. It's just like it harkens back to that vibe from, hey, we're shooting this with like an older camera like this, and it just I don't know, the taser was just so good.
yeah, dude. I
But
I agree. I
yeah,
agree.
so
So
my number one is Mission Impossible. Um, I mean,
nice.
yeah, I mean, again, I think for me, I went more big blockbusters because it is the ones like I think I went more like most excited to see. But Mission Impossible falls into both categories: excited and I'm anticipating this one the most. I mean, we were supposed to get this what last year. Um,
If you want to get technical,
yeah. Um,
a while
I mean,
back.
look, like I mean, I know you. I don't love the first Mission Impossible as much as you. It's still a great movie, but I think the franchise really kicks it up with Mission Impossible 3, and it just kind of gets better and better and better. I will say, like maybe Fallout. I don't know. Between like Rogue Nation and Fallout, I think is my favorite. Um, Dead Reckoning was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It did leave a little, I think, on the table for me. I mean, I just rewatched it. I mean, it's still good. Like it's very suspenseful in certain parts of that film. And man, when I'm just looking forward to this, because I don't know how it's going to end. Like it's being, pitched as, literally the final reckoning, right? It's could be Ethan
Yeah,
Hunt's Tom Cruise, Ethan Hunt's last movie, and I feel like this franchise exists just for Tom Cruise to do crazy stuff.
yeah.
Um,
Well,
it's
that's definitely what it evolved
yeah,
into.
it's his
That's for
excuse to be
sure.
like, hey, but I mean, everything built around it. McQuarrie just does such a great job with these films. I mean,
Yeah,
taking over from Ghost Protocol, and he did what Rogue Nation, Fallout, this one, the previous Dead Reckoning, now Final Reckoning. Like, I mean, him and Tom Cruise is just like created just like one of the better franchises that we've seen. I mean, it's not like a superhero movie. It's like a big budget blockbuster that's not superhero. And to me, I think that's what makes it stand out. And I just cannot wait to see how this movie ends. I mean, it's gonna be 3 hours long, which I'm great. Like I'm all for it, for all 3 hours of it. Normally, I'm against 3 hour movies, but I mean, this one just give it all to me.
yeah,
I just can't
and
wait to see how it ends, where it's gonna go.
I agree. And like you said, it's not a superhero movie. It's an action movie. It's
Yep.
an
And
action
it's a good
movie.
action movie. It's not just
Yeah.
like an old like 80s version of an action movie with like Steven
Mhm.
Seagal or something that was just whatever. Like these are actually good movies.
Yeah,
No offense to people.
it's America's answer to James Bond.
Yeah. And
Is
in my
Ethan
opinion,
Hunt is our James Bond.
yeah, and in my opinion, like if you look at the quality, I mean, I would like, yeah, James Bond has the quantity, right? But are all those movies really good? Like honestly, the weakest link of the Mission Impossible
It depends on
franchise
how
is
you
two.
define good.
Yeah, like Mission Impossible 2 is the weakest link in this franchise.
Yeah, I'll agree with you.
And I mean, but
Like
every
hands
other
down.
movie, like what are we on? This is gonna be what, number 8? So I depending
Well,
on how
the
this one goes, 6 out of the 7 so far have been like top notch.
yeah, and it's because like you said, it's the path and the journey that this franchise has taken. You start with Brian De Palma, which
Mm-hmm.
right there, amazing director, and he gives you this spy thriller who done it, like super suspenseful. And then you go from that to John Woo,
John Woo.
just explosion shooting, doves
Yeah.
flying everywhere. And then you go JJ Abrams, at the height of his power.
Yep.
He's got Alias, he's got Star Trek, he's got, all this stuff that's coming down the pipeline. What about
Philip
Brian?
Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah, Phil RIP. And then you go to Brad Bird, and then you get McQuarrie, from there. So you definitely see the trajectory of how it starts to go. And there's just something, like you said, especially with the McQuarrie ones, they're authentic, especially Rogue Nation.
Mm-hmm.
And on Fallout, I think is when it starts to get a little cheesy. I will definitely say Dead Reckoning is probably, I might say it's right above Mission Impossible 2, maybe even right there. I
I
think
think
it's
it's
kind of I think it's kind of the worst ones, and it's only just because it feels like it's trying to tie a lot together um with it, but it's also the campiest too because of the villain and because of just the whole
yeah, it wasn't a
thing.
strong villain, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I think it's
that and the MacGuffin just in general, like with it being AI
yeah,
as the thing, and that's if it's actually AI though. So it's like, you know what I mean? Because
yeah.
I still maintain we're gonna get a Jim Phelps reveal. He survived getting that his face slammed into that the train track.
Yeah, I think it's probably like of the McQuarrie films, it's probably at the bottom.
Yeah,
Because I mean, yeah, I think Rogue Nation, I probably would slot that above Fallout. But what I like about these movies is like, I'm sure there's CGI somewhere, but like a lot of it's practical. Like a
yeah.
lot of it, like Tom Cruise is crazy where he's gonna do this stuff and like we're gonna shoot it this way. I mean, I'm sure. I mean, I know they did like the behind the scenes for the motorcycle jump, and uh, Dead Reckoning, and yeah, they did some like CGI or they like built a ramp right to give him more
Which
like
ruined it for me because that ramp shot looks so good.
yeah,
And then when you see the final product and you see like that CGI
yeah,
hill,
yeah, yeah.
it's
So I mean,
like,
I get like adding that CGI, but like still the whole thing of him doing the jump and filming the like that's still pretty cool. Like normally you would
yeah.
just CG that, like put him in a wind tunnel or something and CG that. So
Oh
I
god.
do I know, right? So I do like that they try to do as much like what Tom Cruise hanging out of the plane, like when he's like what is it in is it in Fallout or Rogue Nation? In the
That
beginning,
was
in the
Rogue
very beginning,
Nation.
that was right, Rogue Nation, right?
Rogue
Where he's
Nation.
like holding out. I'm like, that's all him doing that. So I mean, that's what I do appreciate with these films.
Yeah, I
But,
agree. I agree.
so
So I will ask you this: top
yes,
3 honorable mentions.
honorable mentions. Well, I'm gonna have to include weapons. Um, just everything we've already said. Again, I made this before I made my top 10 before I even saw the teaser. And when I saw the teaser, I was like, man. But I was like, I was already committed to my 10, and I kept it. So, but weapons for sure, that's going to be a must see for me. I did have Final Destination as an honorable mention. Final Destination Bloodlines. I honestly didn't even know that they were making one. I've seen like a lot of fake ads on Facebook about a sequel to it.
Oh, for years.
So
For
I was like,
years.
never. And then when I saw the teaser, I was like, I didn't. It's not really a teaser, right? It was just like a movie clip, and I was like, okay. I mean, I like the franchise. That one's for sure is. It got. Speaking of campy, but again, I'm all for that. Like that. That's kind of like my wheelhouse. Like, just give me that, I'll do it. And then the other one I had, we were originally going to make this a week ago, was Until Dawn. I know that movie just came out. I don't know how it did. Good. I mean, it's based on. I mean, again, give me just campy horror movies, whatever it is. Like, when I saw the trailer, because again, it's based off I think the PS4 game by the same name. The story's different. This one's more like a Groundhog Day, I think, kind of similar situation where they're like in different genres, like everything, like the clock resets them and they go back and relive the events, but like in a different genre type thing. So it kind of hooked me from there. And again, I love the game, so I was kind of like curious on how this was going to be. But I had like when I was watching, I had like, what is it, the Cabin in the Woods type of vibe from it? Because I mean, I've seen that movie.
Ooh, that's high praise.
Just the vibe. No, I'm not saying it's gonna be as good. I'm not gonna say it as good. Just the vibe. Just like at the end of the movie with the whole whiteboard of things of like what they were gonna do. So when I was like, when I saw the trailer, I was like, I mean, they're not gonna do it, right? But I was just like, I just imagine like the execs making that movie were like, what can we do? Like they had a whiteboard of genres of like, how are we gonna do this? And it's just like, oh well, let's do this, and let's do this. That's what I mean by the vibe. Like I think that's how they kind of made this movie. They just had a whiteboard of genres and like, we're gonna do this genre, we're gonna include this one and this one. But I don't know. Like again, I like horror movies of that, and it was an honorable mention for me. I don't even know if it's rated R.
I think it is.
Right? I
believe so.
And the game was great, but I don't know. We'll see.
Nice. So you said that.
It's probably.
So you said Weapons, Final Destination, and Until Dawn.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so for mine, is actually one that you selected, Lilo and Stitch. It's the one movie that I am actually pretty excited about. As far as like a kids film, animated feature type. And it's just because like I really love the animated movie. I've seen that movie so many times, but it's so funny. And like I said, I have faith in the director. The fact that most of the creative team is coming back for it, like that gives me hope. I don't know if you've seen any of the promotions or stuff that's been coming out for it, like the little short videos, the little short trailers, or if you've seen the movie posters. Yeah, it looks really cute, and just the teaser trailer too. There are some things, like I said, I don't like the route that they went with it, but I mean, like I said, I trust in the director, so see what happens with that. I also agree with Final Destination. I've been a huge fan since the original one when I saw it back in the Blockbuster days.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I first watched the first one.
I was a Hollywood
every single
guy.
one since. Nice. Yeah, and ever since then, I've seen every single one of them. I've owned all of them. I still maintain that the fifth one is one of the best ones. So I'm actually really excited for this one. And this one did pretty good with the teaser trailer as well, or I guess trailer. I feel like that it gave, you know what? No. The teaser trailer was good because that was the bar scene or the tattoo parlor scene. Yeah. I don't remember what happens in there. But yeah, that teaser trailer was really good. Don't watch the trailer, avoid it because I feel like it gives away a lot. But yeah, I'm super excited. I hate, and it's gonna hurt, and I'm probably gonna bawl my eyes out at the end just seeing Tony Todd's name on there.
Oh yeah,
because that hurts more than anything. It's just knowing that that's the last time we're gonna see him. But I'm so glad that they were able to get him to come back.
Yep.
For this, because I mean I would have said no, don't do it. If Tony Todd's not involved, don't do it.
Yeah.
We don't need it. Like he is the spirit. Just like he is the spirit of Candyman, he
Mhm.
is the spirit of the Final Destination franchise. And last but not least, for my third one, it's actually a movie we didn't talk about, but I saw the teaser trailer, which I hate the trailer for the movie because it does the modern movie trailer thing with the syncopation, with the music and guns and stuff like. I can't stand that. But was it Fight or Flight?
Okay.
Yeah, did I pronounce that? I keep butchering the title. I'm like, make sure.
Is that the one with
Fight or Flight.
Yeah, that's with what, Hartnett, right?
Josh
Josh
Hartnett.
Hartnett.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if you saw the trailer for that one. That one
I did
just
not.
looks like a stupid fun time. That looks like
I'm all
again
for those
it,
type of movies too.
yeah, it gives me I don't want to say Smoking Aces, but a Bullet Train, I guess.
Yeah, Bullet Train was.
Vibe.
I had fun watching that one. I thought that was pretty cool. Like it was just. It
Like
was dumb.
ridiculous fun.
It was
Yeah,
it
like
was absolutely
it's a
off.
dumb action movie.
Yeah. I like Smoking Aces too. Like it's just one of those ones where you're just like, you just gotta like kick something on and just relax and just like, you know what, I'm not gonna come out of this like any more, any less. Like it's just let's just watch a movie.
Yeah, like
Let's
this is
just
the one I'm gonna
decompress.
turn my brain off for.
Yeah,
Like
let's
I'm
just
just like no
decompress.
expectations.
You know.
Yeah, and it's just nice to see Josh Hartnett back too, and it just looks like he's having fun right now. I don't know if you saw Trap,
I did see Trev.
but yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was
Yeah.
a pretty good movie. Um, but yeah, like I like this renaissance that we're getting right now between Oppenheimer, Trap, and then we're getting this. I'm like, no, just like keep him going. Like I
Yeah.
want to see him in movies again because it's been way too long. But yeah, those are my three runner ups.
I will say,
So
like with you when you brought up Final Destination 5, I thought that one had like one of the better like subversions, like twist at the ends, like because
yeah,
like you're watching the movie and you're like, okay, this is just gonna be a whatever, and then when you get to that end and they reveal like when it's taking place, you're like, oh, and then you're just like, it like brought it all back, and I thought that was like they did really well with that.
yeah, and that's why like that movie, and honestly, it's the like you said, it's the subversion
Yep.
of that movie that puts it up there where it's like, oh wow,
Yeah.
because you don't expect it.
I mean, the only one in the
And
franchise I didn't like was number 4
oh yeah, nobody
with the
likes number
forced
4.
3D.
Yeah, it's
It was
just
dumb.
it's a bad story. The characters
That
are
was gimmick all
annoying.
the
You're
way.
you're
Yeah,
waiting for the characters to die in that one. You're like,
yeah,
please just take them out.
yeah. There's
Like
like
at least
no,
the other ones you're rooting for them.
yeah. There was no hope on like yeah. When you're watching the other ones, you're like, man, I hope at least one of them, or one or two survive. This one, you're just like, just end them all.
Yeah. Yeah, please don't let it be brutal.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, that's been our top 10 summer movies of 2025. We'll see what happens with the summer. I was gonna say, do you want to recap at the end of summer? I'm thinking maybe something like see
uh,
if the ranking still stands, if it lived up to the
yeah.
expectations, or if we were surprised and we were like, you know what, like we actually
Oh,
might have a new
100%.
top 10.
Yeah. What did we go out to? Like at the end of August, right? So like at the end of August, I mean,
Yeah,
hopefully we watch most, if not all, of the top movies, and then we can like revisit and be like, nope, these were my actual top 10, like ones that I actually enjoyed the most. Absolutely, and then
yeah,
we can like compare and contrast.
I'm down, man. I'm
Yeah,
down. So yeah, until next time, thank y'all
yeah.
for watching, and
Let us know what your top 10 is.
yeah, be sure to like and subscribe, and like we said earlier, check out our other content. We got the weapons reaction, we got Fantastic Four reaction and discussion, and until next time, we'll see y'all later.
Bye.